feel like that's an overused skit.
All the husbands are just
He likes sports.
No, they're like, so they're just like, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, like, one of them starts singing "Carry On My Wayward Son," and they all like jump into it.
Doing the harmonies.
And it's a riot. And like, cause then finally, like, Jack Black's like, I can't believe we all know the words to this song. Kenan Thompson's like, I don't, but my mouth seems to know. But it's a riot. I suggest it highly.
Sudeikis involved in it. I feel like
there was no John Tesh or Dave Tesh.
Dave Tesh. Dave Tesh.
It was quite funny. Jack Black's just, when he's allowed to be himself,
He
just a
probably just
goofy
made that
weirdo.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know, none of those other guys were like,
never-
let's do a skit like this. He's like, let's do a skit where we all know the words to a song and we can be crazy and be like, yeah.
I think he made up the whole Peaches song from the first Mario movie too, like on the spot.
Probably. Yes.
I didn't watch the second one yet. I gotta go and watch that one.
That's the
Super Mario.
only other movie out that I want to see right now. I saw Project Hail Mary the other day, which was cool, but
That one seems like it'd be like 3.5 hours long.
it is like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
This is how I was right.
But it goes by quickly. It's very good.
Too much
Gosling is good.
Gosling.
There's no such thing as too much Gosling.
Did you know who his wife is?
No.
Eva Mendes.
No kidding.
Yeah, I didn't know that either until I saw it
Really?
the other day.
Wow. That's a good one, yeah.
She kind of is just kind of taking a step back, I feel like, from the spotlight.
Yeah.
Just doing her thing.
But she's yeah, well, I mean, Ryan's doing his thing and he's Knuff, so
He is Knuff. Something jumped on my feed the other day, and I was curious about this because I was thinking about other ways to say it. But like, you know how you say like, "Oh, for fuck's sake,"
yes.
but like, a lot of people use my name, "Oh, for Pete's sake,"
Right.
or like, "For goodness sake."
Yeah.
So is it singular, plural, or possessive? Because you like
Possessive.
goodness sake, is that possessive?
In
Because
the-
you wouldn't say, "Oh, for goodness' sake."
Right. But it is Pete apostrophe S. It is fuck apostrophe S. And those are
sake belongs to
yes.
the fuck.
It is your sake.
So I think, do people get confused because they're rolling the S between the two words? Pete's sake. Or Pete's sake. Like you
For Pete's sake. Oh, that's an interesting.
well, people are
No,
just talking so quickly and they use the S for both, right? For Pete's sake.
I'm pretty
Oh, for
sure
fuck's sake.
it's like
Oh, for fuck's sake. I feel like oh, for fuck's sake rolls off my tongue better than oh, for fuck's sake. So
it's like Pete's dragon.
the dragon belongs to Pete.
Right.
Even though it doesn't.
The dragon could be named Sake. I don't know.
Yeah. And so
I'm interested. If anybody knows the origin, I want to see it in the comments because that's an interesting one. I don't think I've ever heard the origin of the phrase before, but I'm pretty sure it is possessive. But goodness is one of those where you put the apostrophe at the end because it ends in S.
because it ends in an S.
Because you wouldn't say goodness is, like you said. I don't know.
And also, is it a single fuck or all the fucks?
Oh yeah.
Or is the sake just belonging to a single fuck? Or is fuck just such a... I believe you can make a whole sentence
I feel like had
out
I
of fuck.
I consumed more Jack Daniels this morning, I would have the answer to this. But
Fuck those fucking fuckery. There's a sentence that you can put together that's all fucks.
yes.
So such a diverse word. I am very fond of swear words and their versatility.
It's a yeah, that is a very versatile word. So is up. Up is also a diverse word. I mean, it's up, but I could say like up the street, which means the same as down the street. But up and down don't mean the same. Even though up the street and down the street.
Just up the road. Up the road.
What's up?
I would assume if I'm going
What's down?
I go up to my parents' house, but down to my in-laws' house.
Because up is north and down is south.
North is down and south.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm just curious.
The language is funny.
If you guys
Idioms are
know,
funny.
give me a what you go with. Do you go with a singular, a plural, or possessive?
I'm gonna Google
feel
it
like
after the cast because I
The
really
English
want to know.
rules would call for possessive. Yes, I think so. But
I'm thinking like when I've seen it written, like because I'm thinking of specifically your sake, and it's PETE''S.
yes, I believe so as well.
I don't know if I've ever seen a "oh fuck's sake" written, other than maybe a closed caption, but that I'm not really paying too much attention because closed captions aren't always accurate.
No, unless I do them, in which case they're very not accurate. This other thing I saw is your coach there cheating on his wife with Diana Rossini.
Was he cheating?
There's one video and they're holding hands like this.
They were seen together, right? I mean, they work in the same capacity.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they're friends, yes. I know Mike Vrabel has always been very pro women in sports, and that means that includes reporters and sports media. So there's a strong chance that they're just friends, and if not, whatever. Look, they're individuals.
They're both married.
They're human beings, and human beings are not perfect. We all know that. When it comes to Mike Vrabel, what I care about is him putting together the best 54 members of a football team to give the New England Patriots a chance to win the Super Bowl. Whatever he wants to do in the off season, I don't care about. Whatever he wants to do when he goes home, I don't care about. What I care about is what happens on the sidelines at Gillette Stadium or other NFL stadiums, and really what happens on the second Sunday of February.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike. Do your thing. Do whatever makes you happy. Because the only people getting hurt there are both of your spouses.
Yeah, I saw something about she was on a show, Get Up. On ESPN, and she's talking shit about her husband, like he's average. She said, "Oh, my husband, he's average," So now she's getting crucified for that because everyone's like, "Oh, foreshadowing." 5 years later, when she's holding hands with Mike Vrabel,
I'll tell you what,
a very zoomed in paparazzi picture that's very pixelated.
If I had a wife that referred to me as an average husband, I'd take it because that means I'm not bad.
Yeah,
I'm average. I'm good. I will take a C plus rating.
C equals MD, like my dad always said.
There you go. Yeah. It's like the old joke. What do you call the guy that gets a D at Harvard Med?
Doctor.
A doctor. Yeah.
That's sad. My dad went on a rant about nurse practitioners yesterday. It was pretty funny.
Was it a good rant or a bad rant?
No. Apparently their certification process isn't up to his standards, so.
Does Jared know about this?
He's not a nurse practitioner.
Oh, what is he?
Just a nurse.
Oh, okay. Just a regular nurse. What's the difference? To me, they're all nurses.
See a nurse practitioner like a MD.
Oh, okay.
So the women's clinic we go to has nurse practitioners.
Gotcha.
So if you don't see the OBG, then you can see a nurse practitioner.
So they're like a step up above a regular.
They're like they're similar to a physician's assistant.
Okay.
So when we go to the pediatric place, there's a PA. But when we go to the women's center, there's a nurse practitioner.
So like in sports terms, it would be like the DC, as opposed to the
I think it's more
secondary coach or the defensive line coach.
I would say I don't even know. There's not a coordinator. What am I thinking of? I don't even know.
Like a run game coordinator?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like the top three positions, OC, DC, and head coach, are all MDs.
Those are all MDs.
And then
okay.
You have, secondary coach or any hooser. I don't know why. I guess it's slow news, sports world, with football's not stealing the headlines, so they got to find a football headline.
There you go.
To talk about. But we're in the midst of WNBA free agency, which started yesterday.
To start, yeah. We had the core designations, and
Is that the same as franchising someone or no?
In essence, so core designation is
Because
1 year.
franchise tag
million.
has such a bad connotation to it.
Yes, but I think that's the men who get franchised that give it the bad connotation. The core's been around for a while in the W, but it hasn't really received that. It's just a matter of we want to keep this particular player on our team, and we don't.
But it's just a 1 year.
It's a 1 year deal.
1.7 million.
I thought it was 1.4, but
Maybe it is.
And the difference is you can only receive the core twice now, in your lifetime.
Well, that's good.
And the Aces chose not to give anybody the core. I guess that means they're confident in their abilities to sign long-term deals.
You had mentioned Alyssa Smith last podcast, so I thought if they were going to give someone, it would have been her.
They did send her.
She has a qualifying offer currently on the table.
Yeah, so
her and KB are the two that I saw.
Yeah, which is weird. But I think when you look at Supermax contracts and the salary cap, if you give 2 Supermax contracts, you're at $2.8 million of a $7 million salary cap. If you give 3, you're over half your salary cap on just 3 players. So that means
Brooklyn Nets territory from a few years ago.
You got to figure out 9 players to fit into $3.8 million. So I don't know. There's a lot of creative accounting I think people are going to try to do. The Aces don't have a general manager, so I don't know how they're going to make these things happen.
Is it an open position that one could apply for?
Theoretically, yes. It's not listed on their jobs, but I don't know if that's a job they would list on the internet.
I'm going to apply for that.
Yeah, hey. I would, put down the plan. This is how I want to build a roster. But, look, if they're going to sign Asia and Jackie to long-term deals, both of those girls they're 28, 29. They're going to be turning 29 and 30 this year. I think Jackie's birthday is in September. I know Asia's is in August. Asia and Alyssa Smith share the same birthday.
That's cool.
So, they're both going to be in their late or mid 30s by the time their long-term deals are done. If they, I don't know what you're thinking. I'm thinking 4 or 5 years. Lock them up long-term, keep the core of this franchise going.
Why don't you just give her a lifetime contract?
Yeah, if you can. I would. I don't know. But
she wouldn't sign. She would be stupid to sign that. Because I bet there's going to be a new negotiation.
Oh, yeah.
I would sign the deal until this CBA ends.
Right.
And then you negotiate a new deal.
Yeah. What is it, a 6-year deal?
Yes, 2032.
So, yeah, get them both for 6 years, and then let's do this all over again. Just super max them out for whatever. Because if you look at, at that point, they're 34, 35. They're still probably going to be playing. I mean, Asia obviously is going to be playing at the top of the game, and I can imagine Jackie will probably still be at the same level as well. And by then, there'll be a whole new influx of younger talent. You probably don't want to give them cores at that point.
No,
I don't think I'm going to core somebody at 34 years old or 33 years old. I would save that for a player in their late 20s, maybe 31, 32 is going to be the oldest I'm going to core it, and that's somebody who is a key member of my team that I'm afraid of losing and willing to overpay because of their value to the team.
Yeah, I saw a couple. Nafisha Collier got it. Kelsey Plum.
KP got it. Sabrina got it.
Ionescu, which is weird to me.
Yeah, Sabrina was adamant about, I'm going nowhere. I'm staying in New York. So why did they give her the core? I don't know.
Could they give it to Stewie? Or
I believe Stewie's got it the last 2 years. So I don't know if that it disqualifies her from future core designations, because that rule just came about in this current CBA. So maybe, I don't know. And maybe it's just the Liberty just dotting their I's and crossing their T's. They could still sign her to a longer term deal.
That's usually what happens to the franchise guys.
Right.
just franchise them for the moment, so then you can get a long-term deal.
They're just covering that and say, hey, we're going to give you, because it's the same amount as a Supermax contract. At least this year it is. So, yeah, they're just covering themselves just in case, because, I mean, there's a chance Jonquel walks. They already lost...
Coach? They fired
the coach. Oh, my God, I'm drawing a blank on who they lost in the expansion draft. But they lost in the expansion draft, so they've got work to do, too. But, hey, if you got Stewie and you got Sabrina, it's the same as you got Asia, you got Jackie. You've got a great little group to work around.
Agreed.
And certainly players that free agents are going to want to go play with.
Yeah, you'd think. I'm surprised that Carlton was the first pick taken.
She had a really good year last year, breakout year. So it was, it was interesting. I still haven't looked at the list of all the players that were left unprotected, but I don't know how these teams want to build. I wasn't surprised at all with Aaliyah Nye going to Toronto. She fits Sandy Brondello's style. I think, like I've mentioned before, Sandy loves to have a player come off the bench that's just going to knock down threes. When you have those, we got to call timeout because somebody else did it. And then, it was Maureen Johannes for a year. I remember she came in and destroyed the Aces several times where she would just come in and knock down a 3 after 3 after 3. And all of a sudden, what was an 8-point lead is now a 4-point deficit because they do that. And Aaliyah Nye fits that game. She's not a starter. She's a bench player, at least at this point in her career. And her strength is shooting threes. And I'm sure she's going to fit right in and love it in Toronto with Sandy.
Yeah, and
sucks.
So if the either team's expecting a Valkyrie-esque season, I don't think it's going to happen.
I think it's more likely to happen in Toronto than it is in Portland, but I agree that neither of these rosters look like they're going to, at least at this point, turn heads or win a lot of games. And maybe that's the goal. The amateur draft doesn't allow them to get any more than 6 or 7, so they're picking 6th and 7th.
Oh, so your big guns are going to be gone.
Yeah.
But
who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? The draft is the 13th, I believe. So we'll see. A lot of UCLA players made a good chance for, or a good I'm
impression. Sure 2 of those girls are going to go top 5.
I like. I've always liked the Jack Wiz girl. Her brother plays in Miami. It'd be fun to see. They're predicting her as a mid to late first round pick now. I think it would be cool if the Aces tried to get her because her brother is Bam's teammate. So that would be kind of cool. We get some Miami love up in the house.
I don't think she'll fall. Maybe, though.
Yeah, we don't have a first-round pick forever, so maybe we'll trade. Who knows?
Yeah, so congrats to the UCLA girls on winning that.
Yeah, props UCLA beatdown of South Carolina. Crazy, but absolute beatdown.
Yeah, and so they're talking 4 of those girls going. I forget. I don't think AZ did herself any favors in the tournament.
No.
To solidify her number 1 status. So
she's not. No, right now I saw her mock draft, and how I feel about
like Sarah Strong. Drafts. I would take her before I would take AZ.
I saw AZ drop all the way down to 5th
7,
or 6th. So who knows?
I think Lauren is. I said that last year. That Lauren Betts is going to be number 1. And she probably will now. It's
Dallas's pick, so who knows what direction they want to go. I mean, they've got Paige, and they
unless they take Sarah Strong to keep the UConn going, to put her with Paige.
Possibility, yeah. I don't know. They got Enrique there still. They gave her the core, so.
When's the draft? We probably won't have another one before.
I think it's the 13th.
Oh, maybe. That would be Monday.
Ooh, Monday night basketball.
So, yeah, I only watch to see who goes number 1 and then who the Aces take up. So, and then they end up taking like 4 girls, and 3 of them are off the roster by the time
that's it.
The season starts with the Aces. So,
well, that's one of the cool things about this year and with the CBA. Now each team is allowed to have 2 developmental roster spots. So in addition to your 12, you have 2 more that can, they don't count towards your roster. They don't count towards your salary cap. They're going to make some money, and you can continue to develop them, work with them in practice, and hopefully eventually they'll get on a roster. A primitive version of a WNBA G League, if you will. I don't know how all the details will work because it's interesting. Like, the G League, like each team has their affiliate, but you can sign anybody from any other team.
Oh, I don't know how it works.
Like, if, like, let's say, for example, what's the Spurs G League? Rio Grande? Austin? Okay, Austin Spurs. Now somebody's on contract with Austin, but they're not part of the Spurs organization per se. So, like, their contract is not a Spurs NBA contract.
But there are some guys that do have that.
Yeah. And but if you're with Austin and you're not a Spurs NBA send down, like the Detroit Pistons could be like, hey, we're signing that guy from the G League.
They probably could, yeah.
Yeah.
We're a ways away from a WG League.
We are.
Yeah.
A long ways. One day, 30 years down the line.
Okay, so keeping with the women's basketball, Gino and Dawn at the end of the South Carolina UConn game.
So you want my opinion on this? I believe 100% Gino knew what he was doing, fully calculated move. UConn played very poorly in the second half of that game.
Yeah.
UConn has not played that bad in a long time, and Gino knew
54-game winning streak.
Yeah, he caused the distraction. Nobody's talking to the players. Nobody's really talking about how bad they looked and how it's the first time they've lost a game this year and for a long time last year. He put it all on himself. Everybody's talking about Gino. Even going into this week, they sent out their apology letters. Dawn and Gino did the other day. It's a matter of right now, he just made a move that said, I'm going to be the distraction so nobody has to talk to my players right now because they're not in the right sense. They don't know how to deal with this. And I'm going to let them do it privately, not in the public eye. So props to Gino. I'm not a big Gino guy. Don't hate Gino, but
I'm impartial.
Yeah. I mean, he's a great coach. Obviously, the record stands for itself. But I'll give him credit for making that move. I think he knew what he was doing.
Well, I think he put out a statement later. He said, I detracted from South Carolina and how good those girls played and blah, blah. But he didn't mention his girls. True. He only mentioned South Carolina girls.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and he detracted from how poorly his team played. So nobody had to come at them.
Yeah, that was really weird. It was like blaming the officials, and they I think over the course of the whole Final Four, in those 3 games, you just let them be physical. And so
let
them play. And
it's part of the course.
The Texas UCLA was, that one's such a hard game to watch.
When you get to these championship games in any sport, it tends to be...
Yeah, you want to let them decide it on the court.
Let the players play. And when you're going through the season and you've seen time after time after time certain things that are called certain ways, now all of a sudden it's not called. The whistles aren't blown. It can be frustrating, absolutely, as a coach, as a fan, but also... I would much rather a game be decided by the play on the fields, or play on the court, on the ice, than have it decided by a whistle. Yeah. Yep.
So it was good, yeah, and he did what he did because, no one is talking about how horribly UConn played in that game. And,
right.
And then South Carolina goes out and gets smoked.
Yeah, it turns out it didn't even matter.
By UCLA, so...
UCLA best team.
First championship for them, I believe, ever in women's. Because the men have a shitload.
Men have a gazillion of them, yeah. John Wood.
Is there an asterisk by this season, though? With Watkins being out?
is what it is. Injuries happen, right?
Yeah. Because Buckets was hurt 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? So I guess it's just part of the game. So
that's it. Yeah, there's things happen. Juju's going to be back next year.
Yeah, and now has all of the Big Ten to run over because all those girls are gone now from UCLA. So
yeah, there you go.
See if they can reload. I don't know.
It's still weird to think of those teams in the Big Ten.
It is what it is. Bring back Pac-12 so they can come back here. That's what I got so far. Other than hockey stuff.
I got one more. I want to throw out a congratulations to UNLV assistant coach Roman. Roman is headed to Quinnipiac as the head coach over there. So he's been with Coach Lindy for 6 years and finally got the head coaching call again. So
Shooty hoops?
Yes. Women's hoops. So props to Roman. I know you're going to kick some ass out there in Quinnipiac in Connecticut.
What conference is that?
They are the MAAC, Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference.
Is that the MAAC?
Or the MAAC, yeah. Not the MAC.
Not the MAC.
The MAAC.
MAAC.
Playing out there in Connecticut. So QU, Bobcats, I wish you guys all the success in the world. We're going to miss you in Vegas. And when those harsh winters get to you, Roman, feel free to schedule a non-conference game in Vegas.
Well,
or hell, if you even want to do it in Reno, we'll come up and say hi.
Non-conference is usually November.
Oh, the harsh winters start in October.
The harsh winter, I feel like is he'll be right in the midst of conference play during the harsh winters.
New England winters can start in July.
Hey, I was in Connecticut in June last year. It was nice.
Yeah.
Hartford. I saw the yard goats. It was beautiful outside. That's cool, man. Nice to see.
Yeah, we love it. Lindy LaRock has a coaching tree now. That's kind of cool because she had an assistant that went and got a full-time job last year too. So
when it gets to the level of Popovich, let me know.
Yeah. Hey, I got a feeling Roman's gonna win a MAAC title sometime soon.
Is Missoula off a tree somewhere? I don't know where he was before. Celtics.
Wasn't he part of the? Oh no, that was Ime was the pop tree.
Doka was on the tree.
Yeah. Joe is on somebody's tree. Joe is building his own tree too. I feel like Joe, the tree in Norse mythology.
Yes, the Yggdrasil.
That's the tree that Joe Missoula comes from.
All the knots are tied up together.
Everything is one, yeah.
Down in the roots.
He's not in a standard tree form. Joe's got his own tree. But yeah, Pop has quite a tree too, right? Becky and Ime's had some success. Who else?
Budenholzer has a title.
Okay.
Steve Kerr.
Several titles. That's right, yeah. Steve Kerr is one of the only few people to win multiple titles with 3 different teams.
As a player and a coach.
And a coach, yeah. And the other one also did it with the Spurs. Everybody did it with the Spurs.
If Ori ever got on a coaching staff, unless he is that I don't know about, but I don't think so.
Oh, he's on some coaching. I did see it somewhere, yeah. He's got some job. Or it might be media. I don't know. I saw him on TV recently. And
he would be my clutch coordinator if I was a coach.
Is that a thing? Yes. The clutch game?
The clutch game.
The less than 30 seconds game?
Yeah, that's what I'm hiring him for. Sweet. That's cool. Yes, UNLV connections. NFL, not much going on. NBA playoffs coming soon. I feel like it'll be more exciting when the playoffs start.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Islanders, though, one up in the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
With 5 games to go.
How funny was it that I think it had happened like just a handful of times that a coach had been fired and permanently replaced within the last 10 games of a season for like the last 50 years. And here we have it happening twice in a matter of days. Yeah. And cool, both VGK, obviously Cassidy for Tortorella, but Pete DeBoer, former VGK coach, getting that job. I saw in the game last night, Lawless came out and said that Pete DeBoer will have been a coach for these 4 games count, at least part of a season for 31 consecutive years. That's pretty crazy.
So, what are they? The 3 seed in the Metro?
They're
the wild card.
They're below wild card right now.
Oh, so they're not.
That's why Wah was fired. They had moved into 3rd in the Metro, but then dropped. But they still, that's another really close race over there for the wild card in the East. So, and there's still a chance that they can get right back up into Metro 3.
I'd say Joe Quenneville better watch his back with Anaheim having lost 4 in a row,
right,
and dropping out of the number 1 spot in the Pacific. So,
hey, Bruce Cassidy's available.
Did you know that Anaheim is 8-0 in shootouts this year?
Are they really?
Yeah,
wow.
They're 8-0 in shootouts.
That's quite a stat, yeah.
And I think the only team that has more overtime losses than the Knights are the Kings. They have like 19 of them.
They actually broke the record for most overtime games in a year. And I thought the Knights were on pace for it, but then the Knights came back from the Olympics and decided, we'll just lose games in regulation.
Lose games in regulation.
So much easier to not waste those extra 5 minutes. Yeah, sorry. But now we're on a winning streak.
4 in a row, all Canadian teams, which I thought is kind of funny. That Calgary game was quite the game, I will say.
It's Tortorella magic, man. Tortorella magic.
I think he just goes out there and doesn't do anything. He's just, guys, go play. Play hockey. That's what you do. That's what I would do. Like, I have 8 games. I can't implement a system. I just fucking go.
To me, the difference is in the goaltender.
It's in the defense and the goaltending.
I think, was Cassidy that loyal to Aiden Hill?
Aiden Hill played the first 2 Tortorella games.
And
no, he played I think
one.
I think Carter Hart has played the last 3.
3, yeah.
And so we'll see who plays against Seattle.
So here's my thought.
Tomorrow.
Because I heard rumors that Hart had been, basically listed as done for the year. And then obviously Tortorella comes in. He's got that pre-existing relationship
he knows him from Philly.
With Hart from Philly, yeah. And all of a sudden, Carter Hart's activated. He's better. He's ready to play. And he's on his goalie in the NHL right now.
He did okay. The Calgary goals and 3 they gave up were really bad turnovers, breakaways. Like, that game could have very easily been 6-0.
Not his fault.
No, definitely not.
Edmonton, he was good last night, was fine. I'm pretty content with what I'm seeing from Carter Hart, and going into the playoffs, I'm okay with him being the top guy. For now, who knows what'll happen? We always tend to have issues, especially in years when we have all the goaltenders. Laurent
Brossoit.
Johnny Quick. Who knows what'll happen?
That was a weird postseason, for sure.
I was content with the ending.
Yeah, and I was content with Brossoit being the guy going forward in that playoffs. So, you never know.
You never know. That's it, But I think, if Bruce was loyal to Hill, and that was the reason why Carter Hart was not playing, because it just, to me, doesn't seem to make sense when all we heard was Hart is done for the year, Hill's the guy. And all of a sudden Tortorella comes in and it's like, oh wait, Hart's healthy, he's ready to play. Okay. And now he's winning games for them. And if that's what the case, look, I don't know. Maybe Bruce was going with his convictions, going with his morality, and said, I don't want to play Hart because of his off the field things. Maybe the booze that he was getting from visiting arenas. I don't know. But Bruce, you're paid to win hockey games, and it wasn't happening. So Tortorella went and found himself a goalie that was already on staff that's going to win games, and we're content. We're back in first place, tied for first.
Edmonton, San Jose tonight, so maybe San Jose could get a win.
We aren't big on rooting for the Sharks around here, but we're going to do it tonight.
And then 4 to go. Seattle twice, which is good, but Colorado once. But who knows if they're going to play guys. They've kind of locked up everything.
Yeah.
President's Trophy, and we'll probably see backup goalie, I feel like, with Colorado. I'm not sure the other game. It's got to be a Pacific
San Jose?
opponent.
Is it San Jose? Oh no, Kings.
Is it the Kings?
It's one of them. Yeah,
that's good. And you can.
I'm mixing
stop them
up
from getting points too.
I'm mixing up Edmonton's and ours right now. I know we both have Colorado, and we have Seattle twice. So I don't remember, but yeah, one other game.
But you mentioned that they play their game.
Oh no, it's Winnipeg. We're at Winnipeg.
It is. It's Winnipeg. It is Winnipeg.
Yeah.
No, I remember seeing that. Yeah, because it's at Seattle, at Colorado, and then Winnipeg, Seattle at home.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So final 2 home games if you haven't made it to the Tortress.
The Tortress.
Throw the Tortress in there.
Yes. We're getting rid of the dragon and replacing him with a gigantic desert tortoise for the Tortress.
You can still breathe fire. I'm fine with that.
A fire-breathing desert tortoise.
Just combine the Pokemon, like the turtle Pokemon and then the Charizard.
Squirtle.
The Blastoise and the Charizard together.
Oh. Yeah.
And have a desert tortoise that can breathe fire. Do it.
On ice without melting the ice.
It doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah. Hey, that's the Golden Knights motto right now. It doesn't have to make sense. We'll fire a guy with 8 games left.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Don't fuck with the mix. That should be a shirt.
Don't fuck with the mix.
Yeah.
That could come off as racist, though.
Well, just MC. Just MC and then apostrophe S.
Yeah, that makes it even more racist.
I qualify as a Mick, though? I can't be racist against myself.
Yeah, sure. I'm Irish, too. We're not going down that road.
Why is it? How come they call them Micks and not Fitzes?
I am not.
Or O's. There's a lot of O's.
I don't create the racist terms, and I never really have looked up the origins of racist terms. I don't want that on my search history.
Is it an orange on green crime? Because the Catholic versus the Protestants?
Yes, something
is
like that.
Is that where it came from? Or is it just everyone against the Irish calls them the mix?
A lot of people were very anti-Irish. I'm guessing it goes back to probably goes back to something in Boston. I mean, most racist terms originated somewhere in the Northeast. My first
experience with it was from Boondock Saints. So,
and where does that take place?
Yeah, Boston.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Boston, you racist sons of bitches. I'm talking to myself. But yeah, no, I can't see it.
The only thing I'm curious about is why Carter Hart hasn't gotten a paint job on his mask. It's still white, and it just says 79 on the whatever you call this part.
Oh, I never really paid attention.
It's white. It stands out because it's just white.
He's under contract for next year, right? I don't know. Maybe he wants to debut a new one for the playoffs. Maybe a former head coach had told him that he wasn't going to play for the rest of this year, so didn't waste his money or time.
Yeah, but if I'm an artist, I would do it for free for the exposure. Let me. He should get a desert tortoise on his mask.
There you go.
If he does, we'll know he watched this.
Yeah,
we might be the only pro Carter Hart. Well, probably not anymore.
I think Tortorella is very pro Carter Hart. Everybody that was against him that's a VGK fan is now totally.
Here's the thing, I always seem to be defending the moves that the Golden Knights make to other people that I'm like,
you're a businessman.
Because people freak out, right? And they're like, why? And I'm like, just watch. And then the thing happens and they finally come around later. Oh, and I'm like, yeah, maybe listen to what the F I have to say.
It's hard because, when it comes to sports, as fans, especially when players win, teams win, we become loyal to individuals. When in reality, our loyalty should belong to
the logo,
the team. There was an old question that was posed years ago on a website that is unfortunately no longer around, but it was a Mets fan who was not a Yankees or not even anywhere close to a Yankee supporter, even though they were in New York. He hated the Yankees. And the question was asked to him, if the Mets and Yankees are traded for each other, 25 guys for 25 guys, who do you support?
Mets.
And he's like, without hesitation, he said, I'm a Mets fan. I support the name on the front of the jersey, not the name on the back. But those are the same guys you rooted for yesterday. They're just in a different uniform. And he's like, I root for the uniform.
Root for the uniform.
Not the players.
You gotta disassociate yourself, because those players, none of them are from where they got drafted to.
Right.
Look at the greats. Like Michael Jordan wasn't from Chicago. Wayne Gretzky, I don't think, was from the Edmonton area. Tom Brady's from fucking the Bay Area. You know?
Yeah. Well, so and I remember there was a big issue one offseason. Tom Brady was caught wearing a Yankees hat.
Oof.
And Boston flipped out.
It's not what you think.
Yeah. I mean, why is Tom Brady wearing a Yankees hat? What's he doing?
Is he shooting something?
No, he was just walking around New York City. And it's just
trying to blend in.
Why?
6'4".
That's how you do it in that town, though. We have these loyalties, but the players don't. And it's rare, every now and then a player will come around and, become a huge part of the city. Julian Edelman is a Foxborough forever guy. He loves Boston. Boston made him famous. Boston made him a millionaire. And he still goes to games at the Garden. He'll go watch the Celtics and the Bruins, and of course hangs out at Foxborough. But he doesn't live there anymore. He lives in L.A. He hangs out in Southern California. So even as loyal as he became back to New England, it's not enough for him to stay there.
And all of them would argue back, like, these teams could cut me in any millisecond.
In a heartbeat.
And I'm gone or traded.
Exactly.
So it's like, I just, like, they're few and far between guys. Like, Tim Duncan would have hurt if he'd have signed in Orlando like he almost did, but he didn't. And free agency is obviously a little different than a trade or a cut. But, like, a lot of these people, like, coming up playing soccer and knowing soccer background, and I think that's the one sport where you really can get attached to anyone as well.
Yeah, that's so hard. With soccer, and you start singing your songs to these guys, and then the next thing you know,
like all the songs that I know for Spurs, those guys are long gone. Dele Alli, and Harry Kane, and them, like, they're gone, man.
Yeah, well, we have like
the Ozil song, and Ozil doesn't play for Arsenal anymore. So
Declan Rice is magic. He wears a magic hat. And when we win the Champions League, we'll sing his song all night, right? Well, what if he's not there when we win the Champions League? Like, are we still going to be singing the Declan Rice song? So it's hard, but I play those songs before I go to bed every night.
I think Fleury was the most egregious example of that, and I get it. Like,
Fleury had made a home in Vegas.
Yeah, new people, a lot of new fans that hadn't been hockey fans before, and so you latch on to a player that's supposed to be the face, and that's one of those hard lessons you have to learn.
Would you go back if you were the mix, knowing what you know now? Would you have kept Fleury over Leonard?
Oh,
You can trade Leonard to Chicago for a sack of bricks or something. I don't know. What do we get for him? We get like some stick tape or something.
I would have drafted Spencer Knight is what I would have done in that, what was that, 19 draft?
Something like that.
For sure. He's done okay in Chicago, but he would have really been good, I think, in Vegas, and that would have solved. But I feel like knowing what they know, they might have still done it. I think Logan Thompson was the fuck up, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you.
Choosing Hill over LT, and that was a Cassidy thing too, I think.
I think that was a Cassidy thing. Right at the beginning of the Cassidy time. Yeah, because it was after the Stanley Cup.
You got to just look at it. You got to take a step back and look at it as a whole and look at Aiden Hill's career. Third string in San Jose. We lit that guy the fuck up when we played them.
Yeah.
So it's like, and now he just got, hot goaltender, right? That happens. Binnington has not been nearly as good as he was in 19.
Right.
Not even close.
But he's still,
He's solid, though.
In St. Louis, he's still beloved because he ended a 50-year streak without winning the cup. And
no one else I feel like is as beloved on that team.
Not anymore, no.
Just Binnington. Like, Barbashev was on that team.
Yeah. Pietrangelo on that team.
Yeah. Tarasenko, I think, was on that team.
Ryan
O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. None of those guys are there now. Binnington's still there, but... Yeah, and so, like, he was almost moved. So...
Right.
The Blues fans going to have a riot in the streets? No, because they're more in tune with hockey and know that's what fucking happens.
St. Louis sports fans have had a little bit more experience than the Vegas sports fans. So, yeah, and they've had their hearts broken too. They've lost a baseball team. They've lost multiple football teams. They've lost a basketball team. So, men's basketball. They know that it's a business more than anything, and I also hate Stan Kroenke.
I watched bits and pieces of that Kurt Warner movie. I feel like I need to watch the whole thing with Zach Levi.
That's a guy that became very loyal. He got very loyal to Phoenix. Still hangs out there or lives there, raises kids.
You notice that there's a lot of guys that are more loyal to their second franchise. Peyton Manning. And he's still loyal to the Colts, but he lives in Denver.
Does he live in Denver?
Does more Broncos stuff.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
You know.
He's very visible for both of them. I think he still identifies as both a member of the Colts and the Broncos.
Well, I mean, I'd rather live in Denver than Indianapolis, but it just lines up better with my interests.
Yeah.
Outdoorsy stuff and
even
craft
being
brew.
the altitude sickness or battling the altitude sickness, I would much rather live in Denver than Indianapolis. Very few people that have our mindset, yeah.
But yeah, okay, so, I mean, this is kind of a lull in sports, I would say, at the moment right now with the MLB getting going. Still don't know who's good or who's bad yet. Still too early in the season to kind of figure that one out.
And nobody's come out and had like this super awesome start to the season where they're hitting like 15 dingers in 9 games or anything. You know, there's some sort of story that we can get behind, but nothing.
It's the automated balls and strikes now.
Yeah, the
That's
ABS
the biggest
is the big
story
thing,
right now. Cincinnati 8-3. I'd like to point that out. I picked the Reds, but obviously we're 11 games into the season. Most of the NL Central's above 500, with the Cubs being in last place. So there you go. Red Sox suck though, huh?
They won today. Shout out today. So that's 2 wins in a row for the Red Sox.
Damn.
8 runs and only 2 allowed over the last 2 games. So not bad. They're starting to get it together. There have been chants of sell the team.
Yeah, I saw that
in Boston lately, and they asked Alex Cora about it, and he said that's why I love being in Boston, because the passion is here and they demand the best from us, and we're not playing good ball right now. I'm like, no. That's why we're yelling fire Cora. It's not why we're yelling sell the team. We're yelling sell the team because guys like Mookie Betts are winning World Series with other teams. We're,
Devers.
Rafael Devers, Xander Bogaerts, Don Orsillo. There's a list of guys who are doing great things for other teams when the Red Sox continue to say, no, we're good with what we got, and we're in last place. We're not good with what we've got. We were good with what we had.
Yeah, it's getting to close to a decade since that.
Well,
World
that's it.
Series.
Yeah. Four titles in 15 years. And, now we're at, 7? This will be year 8, 19, 20, 21.
They made the playoffs since then?
A couple times. We made the ALCS in 21. This is year 8. So they got to win that title. The only saving grace is that, and this is what John Henry continues to say, is we've won 4 World Series since our group bought the team. Nobody else in the league has done that. And that's right. The Giants have won 3. The Dodgers have won 3. The Cardinals have won 2. But realistically,
Astros. What are they at?
Astros have won 2.
2? Yeah. That's it? Is that going to go down as a disappointment if that core only won 2?
Yeah, because it's actually
it's done now.
It's 1 asterisk.
Yeah, that core is Altuve, right?
Correa's back.
Okay. Bregman's
in Chicago.
Gurriel gone, right?
Gurriel's gone. Springer's in Toronto. Verlander's back in Detroit. Cole's in New York. Yeah.
That could be a story for another time. Talk about if that Astros is as a disappointment as the Braves in the 90s.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
You got 1 trophy, and or they got 2. But they did have the trophy or the World Series against the Nationals in 2019, which was a great World Series because road teams won all 7 games. So, kind of sad.
More excitement to come. We'll react to the WNBA draft. We'll talk about playoffs for NHL and NBA. I know we don't talk NBA much, but
Frozen 4 in Vegas tomorrow.
That's right. Who's in it?
So we got Wisconsin playing North Dakota, and then Michigan and Denver. So can Michigan take the championship in men's hockey and basketball? That to me is the only story with this. I watched Denver play earlier. I wasn't impressed, but they've been one of the best teams in the.
Are there any first rounders on any of those 4 teams? Because now guys get drafted.
Most of these guys have already been drafted.
Yeah, I'm saying they get drafted and now they go to college.
I would have to look. I'm sure there are guys that are under.
There's no VGK guy. I feel like we'd know that.
I don't think so. If it was a Michigan guy, we'd know because that was John Merrill. And Brendan
Who would have thought
Brisson.
John Merrill would sneak his way back onto this podcast?
Hey, maybe John Merrill will be at the game.
Didn't he last play for Minnesota?
I think he still does.
We'll look that up.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah, we're going to go Michigan.
I'll root for Denver.
I just want to piss off fans of the Ohio State, so.
Yeah, no one hates Ohio State more than I do, but I don't think they care about hockey that much. Their women made it, but they lost to Wisconsin, so.
We just need more comments from fans of the Ohio State. Just tell us how much you don't like us. We're good with that. Because every comment and every interaction on those short videos, fans of the Ohio State or just Ohio State, helps us get paid. So
there we go.
Feel free to tell us that you hate us.
Tell us that you hate us. Go Knights, go.
Go Knights, go. 5 in a row.